Now we will discuss about JavaScript operators. Operator is an object in computer programming which is used to evaluate any value. We will see what are JavaScript operators. Operator is an object in computer programming which is used to evaluate any value. And operators are special characters in computer programming which is used to build expressions. Operators are special characters in computer programming used to build the problems in computer programming are resolved by using these expressions. The problems in computer programming are resolved by using expressions. Our JavaScript expressions are classified into some types. We will see what are the types. JavaScript expressions are categorized into following types. Expression and description. First we have string expression. It returns a string. Next we have Boolean expression. It returns a Boolean value, true or false. Next we have arithmetic next we have arithmetic operators, arithmetic expression. This returns a number. Next we have null. These are the expressions in our JavaScript operators. Null returns null. We will see how we can work on this. The operators in computer programming are categorized into various types based on the type of expressions they can build. The operators in computer programming are categorized into various types based on the type of the expression they can build. Here we have seen the expressions and its returning value. So based on the expressions, we have some operators. We will discuss about that. The JavaScript operators are classified into following types. They are, we have arithmetic operators, and we have comparison or relational operators, and next we have bitwise operators. And logical operators, and we have assignment operators, and we have special operators. These are the JavaScript operators we have in JavaScript. Arithmetic operators, comparison or relational operators, bitwise operators, logical operators, assignment operators, and special operators. First we will discuss about arithmetic operators. What are the arithmetic operators? We will discuss about. Arithmetic operators are nothing but the operators which we have plus, minus, multiplication, division, modulus, addition, subtraction, all this comes under arithmetic operators. If we use addition operator if we use addition operator of arithmetic operator, then for example we have 4 plus 2. In between I am using addition of arithmetic operator. Then we will get result as 4 plus 2, 6. Then if I use minus, we will get 4 minus 2 has 2. If I use into, 4 into 2, 8. Then I am using division, 4 divided by 2, we are getting 2. And we have modulus operator. Modulus operator will return remainder. Remainder is nothing but, for example, 2 modulus 5 modulus 2. 2 will go with 4 as 2. Then as remainder we have 1 here. That remainder we will get as result. These are the arithmetic operators. And we have 2 more operators in our arithmetic operators. Those are, we have increment operator. This is a increment operator. If we use increment operator, for example, I am creating variable a is equal to 10. Here I am using increment operator a plus plus. If I use this, then I will get answer as, I will get result as 10 plus 1. I will get 11 as result. This is how increment operator works. If I use 11 here, if I use a is equal to 11, then after that I am using increment operator, I will get result as 12. 11 plus 1. It will add one number to my a variable. That will be result. And I am having decrement operator in my arithmetic operators. This is a decrement operator where a is equal to 10, a minus minus. If I use this, then I will get a result is equal to, it will minus one value from my variable, 10 minus 1, then I will get result as 9. This is how decrement operator works. We will see a real world example of this increment and decrement operator. Just go to Visual Studio Code. I will create a JavaScript file like b1.html. Inside this, doc type HTML, head section and body section. Inside body section, I will create a div tag. Inside this div tag, I will create a table. Inside this table, for this table, I will give some dimensions. Width is equal to 600. Border, I will give as 2. Then cell spacing is equal to, I will give as 5. Then I will use align into center. After this, in this table I will create a table row. Inside this table row I will use table data. Inside this table data I will use input tag, type, button, value as previous. Then I will use on click event. Inside this I will call a method, I will call a function which I will write in my script tag. Just close it. I want to create one more table data. Inside this I will create a input tag as type. Inside this I will create a image img tag. I will give src location as like we will use car image. Width I will give as 600. Height I will give as 300. Then I will give a ID for this. Pick. Close it. I will create one more table data. Inside this I will create a input tag with type, button, value as next. I will use on click event. I will write a function which I will write in script. That function I will call from this on click event. Now I want to change my image dynamically. This example we have seen in before video lectures, but there we did not use increment decrement operators. There we used arrays format. Now here we are going to use increment and decrement operator. Just go to head section, script tag. Here I will create a var some products is equal to, I will create an array. Inside this array I will name my images bike.jpg and I have iphone.jpg and I have leecooper.jpg. These are my images. I will use a count variable is equal to 0. Then I will write a function previous click. This is my function. Inside this I will create var pick variable document dot get element by id. I will tell you execution process after writing the code. In this I will give pick image pick id. Then here I will use decrement operator count minus minus. Pick dot src is equal to products count. Then I will create one more function like next click. In this function I will create var pick document dot get element by id. Inside this I will use pick variable pick id. Then I will use increment operator here, count plus plus. Then I will use pick dot src is equal to products count. Then I have to call this function from my page. This is for previous button. And next click. This is for next button. Paste it. Just save it. What we are doing here is I am changing my image dynamically by using increment and decrement operator. When user clicked on this previous button, then my on click event will be raised. In this on click event, I am calling my previous click function. Then control goes to my previous click function. Inside my previous click function, I am using a pick variable is equal to document dot get element by id pick. I am getting my pick element. For image tag, I am using id is equal to pick. I am getting this. Then I am using count minus minus count with decrement operator. Now my count variable is 0. Then pick dot src inside this pick variable. This src is equal to car dot jpg will change as products array has count. In count we have 0. The 0 will be stored as index number 0 in our products. In our products index number 0 we have bike.jpg that will be stored in my src property of pick variable, and that will be forwarded to my pick variable, and by using id is equal to pick in this src my location will be updated as I am using src is equal to product index number 0. Then bike will be appeared here. If I click on next button, then my next click function will be raised. Inside next click, same I am using pick variable document dot get element by id pick. Then I am using count plus plus. Then it will add one number to my count 0 plus 1. Then products array count, in my count variable I have 1. Then that 1 will be appeared here. Products array 1, index number array 1. In my index number 1 I have bike.jpg that will be stored in my src. Then that src by using id is equal to pick, this src will be changed as my index number 1 which I have bike.jpg will appear here. Then dynamically my images will change by using this increment and decrement operators. Just save it, Ctrl S, go to browser. Our HTML page name is b1.html. Just press enter. This is our page. We have previous and next button which I am using increment and decrement operator. Just click next. You will get next images. Previous, you will get previous image. I have only 3 images. That's the reason all these 3 images is appearing 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. My 3 images are appearing, but I don't have more than images. That's why it is not showing any image. This is how we can work with increment and decrement operators in our JavaScript. Next we have relational operators. Relational operators, or we can call relational operators as comparison operators. In relational operators, we have less than symbol, greater than or equal to, and less than or equal to, and we have double equal to, and we have not equal to, we have triple equal to, and we have not double equal to. We will see how we can work with all these. In relational operators, we have less than, we have example here. We are saying 5 is less than 2. 5 is less than 2 is a false. That's why we are getting result as false. And we have greater than operator. We have example 5 is greater than 2. This is true. That's why we are getting result as true. And we have less than or equal to. 5 is less than or equal to true. This is also false. That's why we are getting result as false. Because 5 is not less than or equal to 2. And we have greater than or equal to. 5 is greater than or equal to true. This is true because 5 is greater than true. And we have double equal to. Double equal to is a comparison between these two numbers. If 5 double equal to 5, then it is 2. But we have 5 double equal to 2. That's the reason this is false. And we have not equal to. 5 not equal to 2. 5 is not equal to 2. That's the reason we are getting true. Then 5 triple equal to 5. This is comparing between same type. We have same type numbers. That's why it is returning true. If I use 5 triple equal to string representation 5, I am writing my number type in my string representation, double quotes. Then I am comparing my number type to string type. That's why I am getting false. This is, and I am having not double equal to 5, not double equal to 5. This will compare not equal to or not same type. That's why it is returning false. And I am writing 5 not double equal to string representation 5. It will return true because this is not same types. That's the reason it is returning true. All these are relational operators. Next we have logical operators. Logical operators are used to compare Boolean values and it returns a Boolean result. Two operands using logical operator must be a Boolean type. If logical operators are being used with any another type, then they return same type value. And the Boolean operands with logical AND will return true only when both are evaluating true. And this logical OR operator will return true when any one Boolean operand is true. That's the reason first I am having logical AND operator. Just now we have discussed if we are using logical AND operator, it will return true only when both are evaluating true. If this both are returning true, then our result will be true. We will see this. 5 is less than or equal to true, less than or equal to 2. This is false and 5 is greater than or equal to 3, true. False and true. Both are not evaluating true. That's the reason I am getting false. And I am using logical OR operator. In logical OR operator, no need to have two operands true. If any of calculation of or any of operands is returning true, then it will return true. 5 less than or equal to 2, false, or 5 greater than or equal to 3. This is true. And in this logical OR operator, any one if it is returning true, then result will be true. And my second operand is returning true. That's the reason result is true. And I am having logical NOT operator. NOT is used to define a negative for Boolean value. Its return type is always Boolean type. Its return type is always Boolean type. For example, 5 less than or equal to 2. This is false and I am using logical NOT operator. Then opposite Boolean value will be result. False opposite is true. That's why I am getting result as true. This is logical operators. Then we have assignment operators. Assignment operators are nothing but we have plus equal to, minus equal to, multiplication equal to. How we can work this we will see. For example, I am having m is equal to 15 and here I am using m plus equal to 10. How it will convert is m is equal to m plus 10. It will convert as m is equal to m plus 10. Then it will add m as 15, 15 plus 10. We will get result as 25. And if I use minus double equal to m minus m minus equal to 0, m minus equal to 10, then it will convert into m is equal to m minus 10. My m is 15. 15 minus 10 is 5. Same thing is going to happen for all these assignment operators. If I use modulus equal to m modulus equal to 10, it will convert m is equal to m modulus 10. I am having 15. 15 modulus 10. Then I will get remainder as 5. And that remainder 5 will be result. This is how we can work with assignment operators. We will see one example how to work with these operators, assignment operators. Just go to Visual Studio Code, create a new file, b2.html, doc type HTML, inside we have head section and body section. Inside body section, I will use a div tag. Inside div tag, I will create field set. Inside this, I will create legend as select courses. Inside UL, I will use li. Inside this li, I will use input type as checkbox. I will give some ID name as opt java value java. Java. This is for Java, and I want to create one more li. Inside this, I will use input type as same checkbox ID opt dot value .net. Then I will use one more li. Inside this, I will use input type checkbox. I will give ID opt python value python. Then after this UL, I will use a BR line break. After this, I will use one more input tag type as button value submit. I will use on click event. Inside this, I will write my function name. After writing function, then come out of this field set, use line break. After this, I want to print div align is equal to center id msg div tag. Just save it, Control S. What I am doing here is I will select a course with this checkbox. Whatever the courses I am selecting, I want to see inside this div element in my browser. First, whatever the courses I am selecting, that should be appeared in my this div tag. Then first we have to write our script, JavaScript function. First we have to create a script tag. Inside script tag function, I will name it as submit. Click. Inside this function I will create a variable where java is equal to document dot get element by id opt java, then where dot double equal to document dot get element by id opt dot. Next we have where python equal to document dot get element by id inside this python. Then I will create a variable with msg is equal to document dot get element by id msg. Then I will create a variable where courses is equal to just a string value. I will write a condition if java dot checked then courses plus equal to java dot value plus I want to use line break. I will use one more if condition inside this dot dot checked courses plus equal to dot dot value plus I will use a line break. I will use one more if condition, then python dot checked courses plus equal to python dot value plus I want to use line break here. Just save it, Control S. Then msg dot inner html equal to selected courses plus BR plus COUR SCS. Just save it. What we are doing here is, if user checked, I am using 3 checkboxes: Java, .NET and Python. If user checked for all this Java, .NET, Python, then all those Java, .NET, Python by using document.getElementById will be stored in my variables Java, .NET and Python. And if user, then all my if conditions will be true, then all this will be whatever. If java.value is checked, then it will be stored in my courses. Then in my courses string we have Java, and after that this if condition is also true, then .NET also will be stored in my courses, and Python is also checked. That way Python is also stored in my courses variable. All this will be printed in my message, printed in my browser in my div tag. How? Because for this div tag I am using id is equal to msg. I am using msg variable here. Inside msg, by using inner HTML, I am storing this courses variable inside my message by using inner HTML. All these courses will be stored in my msg, and that will be printed in my div tag. If user checked for only Java and Python, then my Java condition and Python condition will be true. Only these two will be executed. Then Java and Python will be stored in my courses, and that will be forwarded to my message variable, and that message variable will be shown in browser because I am using a div tag with id is equal to msg. We will execute this. Just save it, Ctrl S, go to browser. I forgot to call my submit click function from my button. Here I have to call my function. Save it, Ctrl S, go to browser or refresh it, select check into Java and Python, click on submit. Just refresh it, select Java, Python, click on submit. Then it is showing selected courses Java and Python. If I select Java, .NET, Python, then it will show me Java, .NET and Python. By using assignment operator, which we are using in our courses plus equal to java.value, courses plus equal to dot value, it is adding my Java, .NET and Python to my courses variable, and that courses variable we have Java, .NET and Python. That string I am storing in my message variable by using inner HTML, and that message will be, that msg variable is, I am seeing output has Java, .NET and Python by using this div tag, because I am using id is equal to msg for my div tag. This is how my program is executing. If I click on just Java, then selected courses Java will be executed. This is how we can work with assignment operators.